Hi, these comments are for AA, and I am Michael from OTC, OnlineTOEFLCourse.com, and you're doing my free TOEFL speaking evaluation service. So you chose one of my independent speaking topics. So the question here is, when you're studying, do you like to study alone or do you prefer to study in a group? Why? Give examples and reasons to support your point of view. Now, let me get ready here. So I have the rubrics here, and I'm looking at them. So usually what I do is when I'm listening to your response, I like to look at the three descriptors for general delivery, language use, topic development. Now, as I listen, do I want to keep it at three? Do I want to go higher, or do I want to go lower than that? That's how I do it personally. Okay, let's listen to your response. So let's listen to the whole thing one time, and then the second time I'll give you some comments.
Study alone. I feel this way. Well, actually, I prefer to study alone. I feel this way because not only I can focus and concentrate very well, but also I can individualize my studies. For example, when I was at school, I used to gather with other students at the library in the conference room, and what I realized that I am easily getting distracted when they started to converse about topics that are not related to what we are studying. As a result, I end up getting terrible scores. Also, I can only focus on the areas that I have difficulties with. That's why I would rather to study alone.
Okay, so I think you're in the three area, probably around 22 to 23 points. That's my estimated score. So let's listen to it one more time.
Well, actually, I prefer to study alone. I feel this way because not only I can focus and concentrate.
It's I feel this way because not only can I blah blah blah, but I also can blah blah blah. So when you put not only in the beginning of the sentence, you need a subject, verb, inversion word order. You did not do that. So that's a grammar error. So remember, it said because not only can I blah blah blah, but I can also blah blah blah. Or but because I can also blah blah blah.
Very well, but also I can individualize my studies. For example, when I was at school, I used to gather with other students at the library in the conference room, and what I realized that I am easily getting distracted when they started to
Instead of
converse
saying
about topics.
maybe what I realized that, I would just say I realized that. So there's really no need to say what and that there. You have two different noun clause connectors. That's overkill, not needed. So that's another grammar language use issue.
Topics that are not related to what we are studying. As a result, I end up getting terrible scores. Also, I can only focus on the areas that I have difficulties with.
Okay, so if you say also I can focus on, but I wouldn't say it. Say studying alone allows me to focus on those areas I'm having difficulty with. So as you move from one reason to the next, you want to make sure that you're restating that idea. You're restating some of the key points from the speaking prompt so there's a clear connection of ideas. So sometimes there's not an exact connection of ideas there. And then you bring up this last
That's
point
why I would rather to
and you don't support it with any specific details. Okay, so I think the three is pretty accurate. You seem to be fairly comfortable, I think, speaking English. You have some minor difficulties, I think, with your intonation, for example, and also what's called pacing. I refer to it as thought groups and blending, but you have problems with tone and also pacing. You had at least two problems with language use that I pointed out. So I think that you do have some grammar limitations that are going to cause you to score a little bit lower. And then with topic development, overall development is somewhat limited, usually lacks elaboration or specificity. Again, that describes your speaking, so you need to get a little more detail with specific personal experience experiences to help illustrate your points. That would be my comments on that. So I'm going to say around 22, 22, 23 points out of 30. So, and those are the reasons why. All right, and thank you for doing this practice test. And remember that if you're looking for a good course, I have some excellent services and they're not very expensive. Right below my name in the email, you can check out my TOEFL private lessons and see if that fits your budget. I also have a TOEFL speaking and writing feedback service you can learn more about. And I also have TOEFL online courses you can check out. So please consider using some of my services. I promise you I will help you reach your TOEFL goals. And remember that I provide support. So when you do pronunciation, speaking, and writing practice, you can actually email me your responses and I will help you understand your problems, your weak areas. And not many TOEFL courses out there will do that. All right? Thank you.